Okay, so das ist eine E-Mail von Himi an Divi. Divi ist meine Freundin. Divi is my friend. But what we are trying to show from this particular email is that the words in German language are always accompanied by articles. There are different types of articles, but to give you an overview of that, we have started with definite articles. For example, das Büro. Bureau means office. It has the article das. Das Büro. Die Arbeit. Arbeit is means work or job, and it has the article die. Der Bildschirm. Bildschirm means screen, and it has the article there. So we are also seeing there are not just one type of article, there are different type of articles. And so on there are das Notizbuch, der Kugelschreiber, das Bürobedarf. So in the next slide, we will explain to you in more clear words how many types of articles are there actually.
Right, so let us have a look at their article. Okay, so all nouns are accompanied by articles, and these articles show or make clear the gender of these nouns or of these objects. Let us look at the bestimmte article or the definite article. In masculine, the bestimmte article is der. So all nouns which have the gender masculine take the article der. They're always accompanied by the masculine article. Feminine nouns have the article die. Neutral nouns have the article das. So die Tasse is feminine, das Bureau is neutral, neutral, and plural, the article is always die. Here we have the example of die Stifte, the pens. Also, what is important here is that all nouns may have different genders and hence different articles, but the plural article for all of them is die Stifte, die Bureaus, die Tassen, die Bildschirme. We'll see a list of the plural articles also. Coming down to unbestimmte Artikel, indefinite Artikel. Ein Bildschirm, feminin, eine Tasse. Neutral, ein Büro. And plural, there is no indefinite article. Yeah. Let us go ahead and see the use of definite and indefinite article.
Now, so going ahead, now we are seeing examples. For example, in masculine, we say, das ist ein Rucksack. Was sehen wir hier? Ein Rucksack. That is a Rucksack. Das ist der Rucksack von Melanie. That is the rucksack of Melanie. So in the first case, it is indefinite because we are talking about any random rucksack. It is, and that is being shown with the help of ein, a. That is a rucksack. But in the second one, the second example, because we are talking about the rucksack of a particular person, and it becomes hence a definite object. Das ist der Rucksack von Melanie. That is the rucksack of Melanie. Similarly, in the feminine, we see, das ist eine Uhr. That is a watch. And it is just any other watch. But in the second example, das ist die Uhr von Laura. Whom does this watch belong to? To Laura. Das ist die Uhr von Laura. That is the watch of Laura. So remember, if we are talking about any random, indefinite things, it is indefinite article. When we are talking about a particular definite thing, it is definite article, and they are different for masculine, feminine, and neutrum. You have to learn them like that. Okay, now we can go ahead, Dipi.
Mhm. So let us see example for article in neutral. Das ist ein Handy. It is just it's a handy. It's a cell phone. Cell phone is handy. But now das ist das Handy von Melanie. So we are now talking about the phone of Melanie, the cell phone of Melanie. Hence we use the bestimmte article das Handy. Similarly, plural example, das sind Bücher. We don't know whose books, or we don't know a lot about these books. We just know these are books. Generally, we are talking about them. So, das sind Bücher. No article when we are talking about plural objects. But now we know das sind die Bücher von Emilia. We know that these books belong to Emilia. So, we are emphasizing with the bestimmte article die for plural. Die Bücher von Emilia. Okay, so when we are talking about a thing in general, we use unbestimmte article, and when we are talking about particular thing, we use the definite article. Let us go ahead and see some examples in
Hmm.
the masculine. Yeah.
Now we will do some examples and let us do it together and let us see who goes first. So, Himi is going to ask the questions and Dipi is going to answer them. Himi fragt und Dipi antwortet. But maybe you could be faster than us and you could try replying even faster than Dipi. Okay, es geht's los. Was ist das, Dipi?
Das ist ein Kugelschreiber. Der Kugelschreiber ist neu. So the first sentence is talking about defining the pen in general terms. So unbestimmte Artikel, das ist ein Kugelschreiber. Kugelschreiber is masculine. Ein Kugelschreiber. Talking about now this pen particularly, we will say der Kugelschreiber is neu. This one is new. Let's see a next example.
Mhm. Und was ist das, Dipi?
Aha, das ist ein Notizbuch or a Notizblock. Und das Notizbuch ist leer. Okay, this is in general terms ein Notizbuch. And now particularly talking about this one, we will use the bestimmte Artikel. Das Notizbuch ist leer. This is empty. There is nothing written in it.
Now, was ist das? Was sehen wir hier?
A feminine object. Das ist eine Maus. Die Maus funktioniert gut.
Mhm. Und das letzte Beispiel. Was sind das?
Das sind Stifte. Die Stifte sind bunt. Ja,
Mhm.
das sind Stifte. Generally speaking, no need of an article in plural. Simply, das sind Stifte. They are pens. But die Stifte, these ones here, die Stifte sind bunt. They are colorful. Yeah. So you are getting a sense of when do we use the unbestimmte Artikel and the bestimmte Artikel. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at a Übung.
Ja, dieser Site Liebe ist sehr, das ist die Zeit für eine Übung. This is a time for an exercise und das ist Übung 1, Exercise 1. Schreiben Sie die Sätze. Write the sentences.
Okay, so just like we saw the examples which we did together, you are supposed to also describe the objects in the picture with two sentences. One would be using indefinite article, and the other one should have a definite article. There are some words given here. try to understand what they mean. Yeah, try to find out the meaning if it's too difficult, and try to do this exercise. We have, yeah, 4 pictures for you. And then once you are done, please watch the video ahead to know the Lösung.
Now, we are at your most favorite part, Lösung
Mhm.
1, schreiben Sie Sätze. Solution 1, write the sentences. Again, we hope that you got it correct, but if not, that is nothing to worry about. Let's just read it together and correct it now. Was ist das?
Das ist eine Zeitung. Die Zeitung ist von heute. This is a newspaper. The newspaper is today's. It is today's newspaper. Es ist von heute. Und was ist das, Himi?
Das ist ein Computer. Der Computer ist alt. That is a computer. The computer is old.
Mhm.
Und was
Und
ist das, Dippi?
Das ist ein Regal. Das Regal ist leer. This is a shelf. The shelf is empty. Und was sind das?
Das sind Bücher. Die Bücher sind in der Bibliothek. That are books. The books are in the library.
Right. So here, maybe just a small information. This das is not the article das for neutral objects. This is just a word demonstrating or showing us or referring to the thing we are talking about. Demonstrative pronomen, das, but not the article.